Every once in a while, you meet someone whose story reminds you that success isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up, stronger than before. Here's my story.
Jason Caras is one of Tampa Bay's most accomplished entrepreneurs. He's a 7-time Inc. 5000 honoree and Ernst Young Entrepreneur of the Year finalist. A dynamic keynote speaker and the author of his new book titled Fundamentally Unstoppable. He's built and sold multiple companies while battling ADHD, bipolar disorder, addiction, and losing everything more than once. Jason rebuilt his life with a mission to help others rise stronger. And his journey began early, back when he was just a teenager.
I'm a New England boy through and through. Grew up in a city called Taunton, Massachusetts. I had quite the upbringing though. I had a great home, great family, great friends, but somehow I managed to get arrested 9 times before I was 17 years old. Kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde. One minute, I'm an entrepreneur, and the other minute, I'm being chased by the cops.
Now at 17 years old, everything shifted for Jason when he crossed paths with a personal development coach who opened his eyes to a whole new way of living.
So the first time I had a glimpse of what I should be doing in life and what God gave me for talent to do was when I was 17 years old, and I went and saw Jim Rohn speak in Boston. Got all dressed up, drove into Boston and watched that speech. And I waited in that long line to shake his hand, and I shook his hand. And I said, Mr. Rohn, I'm gonna do this one day. And he inspired me. I said, I wanna do that. I wanna be a speaker. I wanna be an author like him.
Jason went on to build 12 companies, scaling one to more than $34 million in annual revenue. But behind this success were real struggles. He lost it all financially 3 different times and had to face the reality of being diagnosed and treated for mental illness.
Well, what the anchor in that was bipolar disorder that was undiagnosed. So I was in a constant hypomanic or manic state that led me astray in so many ways. It wasn't until I was 42 that I actually got officially diagnosed and then medicated, which I'm a big proponent. I speak about it openly because it has an unnecessary stigma associated. People shouldn't be embarrassed with their mental health. You're not embarrassed by having cancer or something like that. So I'm very open about it, and I think it needs a lot more public talk.
His new book, Fundamentally Unstoppable, gives people a true blueprint to break through, elevate their performance, and overcome the obstacles that hold them back.
The book is just a means to get that out. There's so many people complain about their life, the way the world is, the way their work and job is. Change it. You're not a tree. You can move, right? Jim Rohn said that. So I was committed to that, and I thought, wow, this is a chance, a tool to get into the hands of the masses where people can self-pace and transform their lives using fundamentals that have been taught for thousands of years.
Man, this book is filled with powerful principles designed to guide people towards real success. Jason did share one of those core principles with us.
Attitude, and that's why it starts there. Because if you do not have an attitude where you want to grow and learn and be better and improve and be a good citizen in the world and help other people, that's a non-starter. Why even, there's nothing you can start without that, the mindset. Then you can drive that mindset into other things. So I call it purposeful intentionality. Successful people don't wake up and say, oh, I hope today's really great. Hope God gives me a great day. No, they purposely intend to have an amazing day, not just an okay day, an amazing day.
Jason Caras is creating a movement. Listen to what some say after hearing him teach.
I'm a late diagnosed autistic ADHD. When I was younger, I would beat my head against the wall because I would try to do things in the way that other people did them. And you're the proverbial square peg in a round hole, and it's like, why am I not succeeding? And I see, and it's not for lack of trying. It's not for lack of work. It's the opposite. But you're working so far in a way that's not working for you. So when you see somebody else that has struggled through those same struggles, it inspires you to say, hey, that is someone that can make it. I can make it. This is a person that adapted his life and brought out the best in himself, despite of all these supposed setbacks that are actually inversely his greatest strength.
I actually loved listening to Jason too talk about his book, The Thrive, like starting your day with thankfulness, hyping it up, all of those things, reaching for it, inspiring other people. I loved all of that. I can't wait to really dive into the book, read through it, and start applying some of those things to my own life.
What makes this book truly unique is that Jason created a powerful app and a 12-week coaching program to go with it. Together, they help people create change that lasts.
So I wanted to animate the book. I wanted to make it interactive. So I turned it into an app. And then I took it to the next level. I said, you know what? I need to provide support for these people on a weekly basis. So then the app is something you self-pace through, but then they can be part of what we're calling fundamentally unstoppable collective.
For Jason, the meaning of success has changed. It's no longer about titles or trophies. It's about purpose, impact, and lifting people up.
I want to thank you for hearing my story. To learn more about what we're doing, go to jasoncaras.com, JASONCARAS.com.
In the end, it's not how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get up. For Good Life Tampa Bay on MOR-TV, I'm John Mejia.